This is the Vivi Electric Bike. The first thing that really caught my eye is how solid and rugged it looks. When my son and I first got our hands on it, I honestly thought someone had handed us a top-tier, super expensive electric bike. You know how sometimes a product just feels way more premium than you expect? That's exactly the vibe I got from this bike. Before I even turned it on, I actually went online just to see how much it cost, and I was surprised to find that it's actually pretty affordable for what it offers. If you're new to e-bikes, or just starting to explore fat tire bikes, let me walk you through my experience after spending some real time with this one. The overall look and feel of the Vivi are impressive. It has 26-inch wheels with fat, 4-inch wide tires. I was curious if all e-bikes had these chunky tires, but these just stood out right away. They're not just for looks either. From my experience, those fat tires make a huge difference when riding over different surfaces. Whether it's sand, gravel, or even snow, the bike feels super stable and grippy, and that gives me a lot of confidence, especially as someone who sometimes goes off-path or rides in less than ideal conditions. Under the frame, you've got an aluminum build that feels strong but does add to the bike's weight. It comes in at about 55 pounds, so it's not the easiest to carry upstairs or move around if you live in an apartment building. For me, this was a little concern at first, but after a couple of days, I just found a stable spot in the garage, and that pretty much solved my problem. One of the key features here is the battery and how it's set up. There's a 48-volt, 13-hour removable lithium-ion battery that locks securely on the frame. When I need to charge, I can either plug in directly on the bike or pop the battery off and charge it inside. It's such a relief not having to lug the whole bike to an outlet, especially if you're tired after a long day. The fact that it's removable also means if you're worried about someone walking away with your battery, you just take it with you. From my experience, a full charge gives me around 30 to 60 miles, depending on how much I use the throttle versus pedal assist and the type of terrain. That kind of range is perfect for longer commutes, exploring local trails, or even just running your daily errands. On a relaxed weekend, I can easily spend hours out riding without constantly checking the battery level. Now about power. The Vivi's got a 500-watt motor, but it can hit a peak of 1,000 watts. So when I hit the throttle, there's a satisfying steady boost. I got up to about 25 miles per hour on a flat stretch, which is fast enough to keep up with city traffic, but still feels safe and controlled. If you're into hill climbing, the bike has plenty of torque. I was a little skeptical about this at first, but after trying some pretty steep local hills, I was seriously impressed with how it maintained its speed and didn't sound strained. The LCD display is another plus. At first glance, I thought it might be complicated, but it's super straightforward. It shows speed, battery level, distance traveled, and which pedal assist mode you're using. There are 5 speed assist levels, so you can adjust how much help you want from the motor. If you want to do all the work yourself, you can just turn off the assist or use it as a regular bike. If you're having a lazy day or you're on a tough stretch, you've got the thumb throttle. I found myself switching between pedal assist and throttle pretty often. The flexibility is a huge plus, especially for someone just getting started with e-bikes. For me, safety is a big thing. The Vivi Electric Bike comes with front and rear disc brakes. If you're not familiar, disc brakes give you strong stopping power even in wet or muddy weather, which is important if you're riding in all conditions like I do. There's also a nice, bright headlight included, which is essential for night rides or if you find yourself caught out at dusk. I felt much more visible and safe when riding home after sunset. The 7-speed gear shifter works well with the electric assist, making it easy to adjust for hills or sprinting on flats. It's a simple trigger system, and I never had trouble finding the right gear. Even if you're new to shifting, it's pretty easy to pick up. You also get both front and rear fenders, which was a lifesaver for me when I got caught out in the rain. I stayed way cleaner than I would have expected. There's a mount for a water bottle, and the space between the handlebars is wide enough that I was able to fit my phone in one of those see-through handlebar bags. I could see my GPS navigation, or even just keep an eye on calls coming in. Those little touches might seem small, but they add up when you're thinking of riding this bike daily. Not everything about the Vivi is perfect. I have to admit, the weight can be a bit of a hassle if you need to lift or transport it. When it arrived, setting it up was mostly straightforward since it came 90% assembled. I did need a few basic tools and some patience for the last bits, but the included guide was enough, even for me. If you're not super handy, just take your time and don't stress. Once it's done, you won't have to mess with it again. I know some people might wonder if the large frame is going to suit everyone. I'm average height and it fit me really well, but I can see how someone much shorter might feel it's a bit big. The big tires also make the bike look and feel a little tall, but after the first couple of rides, I got used to the stance. The overall experience is comfortable, stable, and just enjoyable, which is really what matters most in my opinion. From my experience, the Vivi Electric Bike is perfect for commuters who want some extra help with hills, folks looking to spend weekends exploring off-road or gravel paths, and honestly, anyone who just wants a reliable, fun way to get around. The durable frame and powerful motor make it more than just a basic commuter bike. It's built for adventure, as well as daily routine. I'd recommend this for anyone looking for a solid, versatile e-bike without having to shell out thousands of dollars. It balances quality, power, and value really well. In conclusion, the Vivi Electric Bike stands out for its powerful motor, awesome range, and rugged design. It absolutely exceeded my expectations and feels like a higher-end e-bike every time I ride it. If you're thinking about getting into electric biking, whether for commuting, adventuring, or just having that peace of mind, knowing you can get a little extra help when you need it, this one is definitely worth checking out. If you've enjoyed this quick review and want to see more honest takes and simple tips about electric bikes and other gear, make sure to subscribe to my channel and drop your thoughts or questions in the comments. Thank you for watching.